And a lot of people ask me, they say, well, what about Dale Earnhardt? I was there when he was killed. Matter of fact, I was with Childress when he was killed, but the weekend he was killed, I was in Phoenix, Arizona, doing a prison campaign with Chuck Colson, so I had to fly back and be with the team. And people were in shock that Dale Earnhardt was killed. And let me ask you a question. Anybody here see the footage of where he's wrecked, where he lost his life? Anybody see that? They replayed it several times on TV where he just kind of slid at an angle into the wall. And didn't you think that wreck was kind of pale in comparison to some of the wrecks? You know, some of those cars, man, they're airborne and flipping, and those guys get out and walk away. Well, on that day, he just kind of slid at an angle into the wall and was killed. And people to this day, some people won't even watch NASCAR because he was their hero. And so why would that be? You know, and one of the things I say is, well, he finished strong. He didn't start too well because he came from pretty meager beginnings, didn't have a lot of money. But you know, the message I want to share with you, to take home with you tonight, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. Let me tell you how he finished. Back in several years ago, his daughter was 7 or 8 years old. She's going to children's chapel. We have the races. We have children's chaplains. And so his daughter is 7 or 8 years old. She comes home singing songs about Jesus and heaven and church and this. So Dale Earnhardt goes to Dale Beaver, the children's chaplain, and said, "Preacher, my daughter's singing all these songs in church. She learned Jesus and heaven, driving us crazy with these songs. I want to know, preacher, what are you teaching my daughter?" Now, they called him the Intimidator. Man in black, 7-time champion. "What are you teaching my daughter, preacher?" Well, Dale Beaver, the chaplain, said, "Well, sir, we teach the children that Jesus is the Son of God. And we teach the children that Jesus rose from the grave. And matter of fact, Mr. Earnhardt, Jesus said, 'I am the way, the truth, and the life.' Matter of fact, Mr. Earnhardt, Jesus said, 'No man cometh to the Father but by me.'" And he explained the gospel to Dale Earnhardt. Well, Dale Earnhardt's response was, "Well, I guess what I need to do is get to know the same Jesus my daughter's singing about." And he accepted the Lord. He led him to the Lord. He came the same way we all can come, and that's by the gospel being presented to us. We accepted the fact that Jesus Christ was God's plan. He sent to earth, and he lived that sinless life, laid that life down so that we could go to heaven. It's not God's will, we perish. It's not God's will, we go to hell. That was God's plan. He so loved the world, he gave his son. Isn't that amazing? And so Dale Earnhardt proved that it's not how you start, it's how you finish.